Mupana, any idea about data warehouse?
Data warehouse, very thin idea I have. That is, it is mainly used for storing the data, and some ETL jobs are there, and mainly what Cognos will be doing, it will take the data from the data warehouse, and it will help in creating some reports which will be on which the client or the customer will do some analysis to predict some kind of results.
Exactly. Anyhow, let me explain in my own way. I am taking in word. So far we have some technologies like DBMS DBMS. By adding new features, it will be DBMS by adding some new features, or DBMS. What are these first of all? All these are methodologies to maintain data on top of a database, right? If you want to store some data on a database, either you can go for DBMS or RDBMS or object-oriented relational database management systems. All these are strategies to maintain data on top of a database.
Okay.
You can implement these methodologies on top of any database like Oracle, DB2, Teradata, and it is anywhere.
Yes.
Okay. In the same way, we have some other methodology, that is data warehouse. Data warehouse, this is also just a strategy to maintain data. Just like these methodologies, data warehouse is also a strategy or a methodology to maintain data on top of a database. Just like the above, this data warehouse also we can implement in any database product. Okay. All these methodologies follows a similar way to store data, whereas this data warehouse, it follows somewhat different way to maintain data on top of a database. Then how it differs? Let me explain. Say for example, in a company, an employee table, their employee code 101 and his name A, and he is working for our US branch and paying 10,000 as salary for him. Assume this is a record in my database employee table. Okay. After some time, after some years, we have shifted him into our Australia branch, and the salary increases by 5,000. Then, how this record is going to change, or what is the skill statement we're going to issue here? Aparna?
Yes. It will be we will be updating it or inserting a new row with the same employee ID, and
updating.
Then we will be updating the location and the salary.
And increases salary by 5,000. This is the case with these methodologies. We update the existing records, whereas in data warehouse we won't update the records. Keep the records as it is, and as you told, insert one more record with the updated information.
Yes.
And later on shifted him into our UK branch. Paying 20,000 for him, insert one more record, and then now he is working for say India branch, and we are paying 25,000. Like this, what we are doing is we are maintaining the history of this employee. Whereas in these methodologies, you update the records, so at the final, this is only the record which is going to be there in the database. If you want to do analysis on top of this, no, it is not possible. Just like if you update the information, if you insert new records without updating, then you can do some analysis like, I want to know how much I am spending more on this salary. Initially paid 10,000, now we are paying 25,000, means I can say we are spending 15,000 more on this salary, like that. If you update the records at the final, this is only the record which is going to be there, so it is not possible to do analysis.
Okay,
right. Overall, the main concept of data warehouse is maintaining history like this for analysis.
Okay.
Main concept is analysis. Maintaining history for analysis. Okay. If you know that.
When we say that the main thing is to keep the history of the record, so is there any constraint on how many for how many days we can keep the data?
That is depends on your business, your requirement, your analysis need. Say in one of my projects we maintain 3 years history only. In another project we maintain up to 10 years.
Okay, so just one thing out of curiosity I'm asking, like while working in mainframe or S400 or in database, we always encounter some master kind of files, right? Where we can see that old data are also there, like if there is any update statement or any rewrite kind of statement is there, then we always log those changes into a master file where that is getting tracked. So how data warehouse gets an advantage on these master files? Like, are you getting
See,
my
I'm
point?
not sure.
Like,
Yeah, got it. Not too sure what is there in DB2, but in general, what we do is you are maintaining master files yourself as per your requirement. You can say that is a kind of data warehouse.
okay.
See here a concept is there, relational model versus multidimensional model, a big concept.
Okay.
Okay, let me go through this and then I'll explain you later.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Here if you know the relational model concepts, if you see here there is no primary key. This is not able to act as a primary key because repetitions are there. So what we do is we take one more key called surrogate key, that is machine generated key. It will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, sequence number kind of thing, and we use that surrogate key as a primary key here for this table. Okay, anyhow, the main concept of data warehouse is maintaining history like this for analysis. Okay, now let me take you through the rough overview kind of thing on data warehouse. Okay, take any company like Johnson & Johnson. They have multiple departments like R&D, sales, and public relations. But their individual departmental needs, they are using different databases. Here they are using Oracle, for here they are using MS SQL Server, and for public relations they are using MySQL. Like that, they are using heterogeneous databases like this is Zoom. Why they are using heterogeneous? That is depends on the requirement and the licensing issues. Okay, here R&D, by spending crores of the dollars, the result of the R&D is there in this department. That is very sensitive data. It is not, they need to protect it. It is very highly confidential, right? So they need to maintain high security here, and not only that, they need to maintain not only successful R&Ds, they need to maintain failed R&Ds also, because these are learned lessons, failures. Okay, so data volume is also high. And compared to other products, Oracle can give you the type of environment in a better manner. I mean, high secured and bulk data support. So even though this is costly, we are using Oracle here. Sales here, the data volume is somewhat less, and sensitivity is also somewhat less. That is why they are using MS SQL Server. This is enough for their needs, somewhat cheaper than Oracle. And for public relations, it contains a general address like general information like customer addresses, distributor addresses like that. Not that much security needed here, agentic information. So they are using open source MySQL. Okay, like this, based on their requirements, they are using heterogeneous databases, and these individual databases, these are called as ODS, operational data sources. And all of them together, this is called as OSS, operational source system. Okay. Now extract the data from the source and put that into a temporary database called staging database, and apply transformations on top of that. Transformation. What is a transformation, first of all? Depends on the tool what we are using. The count of transformations are different from product to product. Like the cleansing, scrubbing, tuning, lookup, aggregated, like that many transformations are there. First of all, what is a transformation? Okay, take a bank account on a particular day, say January 1st, 2014, in account number 101, this opening balance is this much, and in this account multiple transactions are there on the same day. Okay, as a bank manager, for my analysis need, I did not want to have all these. For my analysis, I want to have total deposits and total withdrawals only.
Yes.
Total deposit. This is my analysis need, and this is the information what I have. bring this information into staging database and apply transformation like here if I want to get total deposits and total withdrawals, I need to perform summation of all deposits and summation of all withdrawals, right? That type of processing is called as transformations.
Yes.
This is basic example for a transformation. Getting the required information which is useful for analysis from the existing information, that is a transformation. Okay.
Yes.
After applying transformations, load the data into data warehouse. How we are maintaining the data here? January 1st, account number 101, total deposits how much, total withdraw how much. That's it, don't update that. For January 2nd, insert one more record. January 2nd, account number 101, total deposits how much, total withdraw how much. Like the January 3rd, 4th, keep an insert, don't update anything here in data warehouse.
Yes.
Of course, this is also a database only. Usually we go for Oracle or Teradata or Netezza nowadays because those databases gives you more performance and bulk data support should be there. Okay. Here we are using Oracle as the target. I mean as the data warehouse, and here see these are different databases. Here the data types and the data is different, and Oracle data types and maintaining the data is different, right? We need to tune this data, MS SQL Server data and MySQL data into Oracle form. That is also a transformation. Okay.
Right.
Okay, after applying the transformation, load the data into data warehouse. This process, extraction, transformations, load, this process is called as ETL process. For ETL, we have different tools are available, Informatica, Data Stage, Data Manager, like the different tools are there. Okay, by using this ETL process, we loaded the data into this data warehouse, bulk data, tons of data, because no updates, no deletes. So, overall, what is the use of this data warehouse? As I told you, that is analysis.
Yes.
Yeah, one day a sales manager asked me about his sales staff performance, how they are doing month by month like that. Now, what I told is, boss, the tables are there in the data warehouse already loaded. I am granting you access on the tables, write your own SQL, and you can get the information. If you say like that, then what happens?
Yes. Then
your job will be last. That is our last working day.
Yes.
Okay, why? Because they don't know how to write SQL and they don't know how to bring the required information from the database. Well, because those are business users. If you ask like consumer trends, company policies, government policies, otherwise gross profit, net profit, if you talk like that, they will explain you on fingertips. That is their area. This writing SQL, everything is not possible with them. So, he cannot use this system. He is not able to use this system. So, can I say this data warehouse is useless? Obviously, not usable by user. Then, instead of doing like that,
yes.
Instead of doing like that, if we prepare some chart, some sort of charts or some sort of reports, some sort of pivots by showing these are the top 5 products which are moving very good in Asia Pacific. These are the least 10 employees, they are not that much productive in Europe region. Like that, if I prepare some charts, by seeing the charts itself, I mean by seeing the trends itself, they can understand what is going on in their business and then take a, and they can take actions.
Take care of that. Yes.
For that, we have one more area, that is reporting area. Here also we have different tools are there: Cognos, business intelligence, business objects, ClickView, Pentahole, like the at least a dozen of tools are there here also for the reporting. Some of them are commercials and some of them are open sources. Anyhow, among these dozen of tools, this Cognos BI, this is a market leader, and this is from IBM. I can say this Cognos BI is having at least 30 to 35% market share in total BI area.
Okay.
That much widely used tool this application is, I think already you know about this, right?
Yes. Actually, I think another tool is also coming up to the very important position, right? The Tableau. It's a very good
Tableau, yeah, I know about that. I know about it. There is not at all competitor for Cognos. Tableau and this ClickView, all these are for the data, which is when it is a low volume.
For low volume, okay. So for high volume, okay, okay, yeah, I got that.
If the data volume, usually the data, we are talking about data warehouse. It contains tons of data.
Mm.
In that case,
And,
Tableau, ClickView, these will not play well. The visualization is good, no doubt in that. I mean, the appearance of the reports, look and feel is good. Nowadays, Cognos also started that, about the visualization.
Okay, yes, I got it.
So, we are going to learn this Cognos BI. This Cognos BI, this is basically a reporting tool. If you want to generate reports by using any reporting application, we need to have some source data, right? You can get data from here, or you can get data from here itself. If you get the data from here, you can get history. If you get the data from here, you can get current information.
Yes.
As you told, here you may have some history files, as you told.
Yes, right.
Okay, see that here the system, this is called as OLTP system, online transactional system, and this is called as online analytical processing.
Okay.
This is analytical and this is transactional. Usually what I am saying is in OLTP we won't maintain history, and in OLAP we maintain history, like that I am saying, right? See, for example, take example of State Bank of India.
Yes.
Still they didn't have any data warehouse. Just they started the construction of data warehouse, but that is not up to production. Okay. I opened my account in 1995 with SBI.
Yes.
And if I go there and if I ask them for my account statement from the day one onwards, whether they provide me or not.
I think it's not possible to provide you in a very short time. I think they will be asking you to visit them for like indefinite number of times, and after that they will go through their books and all those things, and then they might come up.
From 95 onwards, computerization is there, and they are using OLTP system. So if I ask them, definitely they will provide. Of course, as you told, in their busy they may ask me to come next day.
Yes.
Why? Because in the running system they may have up to 4 years, 5 years information. The previous information that will be archived, that will be available in the archives.
Yes.
So to bring that orally, anyhow I am going to get my full account statement, right?
Yes.
Then I am saying there will be no history in data warehouse in OLTP system, and again I am saying they will provide with the full account statement from 95 onwards. How come? Conflicting, right?
Yeah.
Nothing is there. That is depends on the table, and that is depends on the data, how the company is maintaining, how the organization is maintaining.
Yes. Okay.
In your organization, in your case, you are saying some main file, something. What is that?
Yeah, the master files. Like I came across
Master files, yeah.
some few master files where like whenever some job or in some applications are updating any record, a log is getting written into that master file, like with a timestamp. This record this time and
You
this
are maintaining indirectly. You are maintaining indirectly history there in
yes.
master file. And that is depends how the organization is managing the data. Okay, and this OLTP, this is main purpose of this OLTP is to run the business. And OLTP, this is this intention of the OLTP not to run the business, to do the analysis on the running business.
Okay.
OLTP, this is for customer purpose. Say for example SBI again. If as a customer for the State Bank of India, if you go to bank, if you deposit something, if you withdraw something, or if you do ATM transactions, or if you do POS transactions, online transactions, everything will be recorded here in the OLTP system. Okay, this is transactional processing. All the transactions will be captured here. Just assume how many hits for this server will be. SBI customers, crores of customers in India,
Yes, right.
and number of hits are very high for this OLTP system. So this system, it should be normalized.
Yes.
Normalization, as per the definition, the process, it is a process which increases the database server performance and which reduces the redundancy. Okay, these are normalized
Yes,
databases. And OLAP system, this is denormalized, and anyhow number of hits for this server is very less, comparatively less, very less. This is for analysis. For on my bank, as a manager, me only going to do analysis. I am not going to give chance to do analysis on my bank for my customers. Right?
Yes.
I am only user for this data. I am only, yeah.
So for this OLAP databases, we always use the history data, right? Not the real-time data.
No. Real-time data means that is depends on the updation.
Which is the fresh, right.
Yeah, I am using daily updation. So at midnight, 12 o'clock, my data warehouse will be updated. At that time, I have the live data here itself.
Yes.
Morning 4 o'clock. It is getting updated, but it is there at midnight 12 o'clock stage. This is not real-time data. Okay, OLAP, as a bank manager, me only the user for this system. Or my superiors like zonal managers, regional managers like that. Anyhow, for this system, number of users are very less. This is denormalized one. Why? Because if you apply normalization, you don't allow the redundancy. Without redundancy, it is not possible to maintain data warehouse. That is why this is denormalized one.
Okay.
And many things are there. Number of hits are very high. It follows relational model OLTP, whereas OLAP it follows multidimensional model. What is relational model? We know this relational model from past 30-40 years onwards. People started using this, right? So we are very familiar with this. And the multidimensional model. What is this multidimensional model? This is especially we use this multidimensional model in data warehouse only, not in the relational model. Okay, this is not like there are some bugs in the relational model. To overcome those bugs, we are using multidimensional model in data warehouse. No, not like that. Why we are using this multidimensional means we have some additional advantages we gonna get in the bulk data. So this is not the right time to discuss about the relational model versus multidimensional model. And in our tool itself, we're gonna create multidimensional model. At that time, I'll explain you how the multidimensional model it differs with the relational model. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now let us come into Cognos. The same tool, sometimes we call this as scoring tool, sometimes we call this as reporting tool, and sometimes we call this same tool as business intelligence tool. I think I need not to explain more here. As a BA, you already know all this stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, querying tool. Let me explain about this remaining reporting tool. Let me explain querying tool. The same tool. Sometimes we call this as querying tool. Why? Because the tool itself it prepares the queries. No need to write any select star from, nothing required. Being a tool, the tool creates queries automatically. No need to write any select statements.
So we only need to select the tables and we need to select the parameters, right? Like
drag and drop. It will create queries in background.
Oh, okay, drag and drop. Okay, fine.
Okay, I'll show you the screens in the tools later. Okay, in worst cases, isn't the query prepared by Cognos is not meeting my requirement, then if I want to edit the SQL, yes, I can edit the SQL generated by Cognos. And one more thing, I did not want to allow Cognos to write SQL. I can write myself. Yes, you can write yourself.
Okay.
Freestyle reporting, freehand reporting like that. Reporting tool, we're gonna prepare some sort of reports and business intelligence. By depending on the reports agents, they can control this business, what is going there in their business, and they can take the corrective measures, and then they can take they can do some forecasting. That is business intelligence. and decision support systems. Before taking decisions, they need to depend on the Cognos type of reports. So without following the reports, if they take decisions, either they may lose time or they may lose money. Okay, different areas of different use of these tools. Okay. Okay, now this is one of the report screen taken from the Cognos report itself, and here year-wise differences. Of course, IBM provided the outdated data, not like 2014-15. Okay, 2004, 5, 6, 3 years information provided by IBM. Here by the staff at Alexandra, total 2004 this much, total 2005 this much revenue generated, and his performance improved by this much. And this is his performance degraded by this much, and so highlighted all the negative performer candidates. This is the report screen taken from the Cognos. And now let us see the tools, which tools are available in Cognos. In Cognos we have different tools are available. Some of them are web based and the remaining are Windows based applications. Web based means you can access these all tools like just like Google, Gmail.
Okay.
No software required in your machine.
Okay.
Everything you can access. Server will be configured at some other place, some other machine. You can access that just like Gmail. No software required. Windows based means you need to install a client-side software in your machine. A software in your machine. Okay. The basic side, the first one, this is Cognos connections. Cognos connections, this is a entry point kind of thing for the total web-based applications.
I just want to clarify one small thing over here. Like when you say Windows-based, right? Does that a Microsoft Windows or can it run on Mac also?
No, usually Mac support will not be there. No.
Oh, okay.
If you want, you can get Linux versions.
Okay.
Windows, HP versions like that.
Okay, fine.
HP machines will be there, right? HP servers, Linux servers, AX servers. For that you can get the software of the framework manager, but Mac usually they won't give.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, web-based applications, the first one, this is Cognos connections. This is an entry point kind of thing. First of all, you need to log in into these Cognos connections. From there onwards, you can find the links for these reporting applications. Query Studio, Report Studio, Analysis Studio, Event Studio, all these are reporting applications only. Then you may ask, why these many tools for reporting? Right?
Yes,
Actually,
yes,
this Report Studio, this is only the professional report authoring tool. With this tool only we gonna work. As a developer, we gonna work with this Report Studio only. Then Query Studio, Analysis Studio. These two are subsets kind of thing for Report Studio. If I say this Report Studio as a superset, Report Studio as superset, this Query Studio and Analysis Studio, these two are subsets kind of thing for this Report Studio.
So, if I know the Report Studio extensively, then I have a good command over Query Studio and Analysis Studio as well.
Yeah, let me come there. Okay. This is superset and these are subsets I am saying. Then you may ask, already we have a superset here, then what is the use of these subsets? Query and Analysis Studio. Query, Analysis Studio, these two are basically not meant for the developers. Those two are for end users.
End users, okay.
End user, if they want to create their own ad hoc reporting, then they can go for either Query Studio or Analysis Studio.
Okay. So when I will be working as a business analyst, so I will be working mostly with this Report Studio, right? And for my customers, this Query Studio and Analysis Studio will come to their help, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then why end users needs to create their reports? As a developer, so our team is there to create reports. Then why for end users? As a BA, you know the process, right? We need to follow the life cycle. First of all, you need to gather the requirement for your team, and your team needs to get
then the design.
yeah. First of all, functional doc, technical doc, and then test cases, and then development.
Yes.
Move that into UAT, everything. A small report, it will take at least 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
But for the end user, the requirement is not that much great. They want to do analysis themselves by simply dragging and dropping. For that, we have these two studios, Query Studio and Analysis Studio.
Okay.
These are for basically for end users. Let me remove these colors. Yeah, for that we have Query Studio and Analysis Studio. These two are for end users. Most of the times, as a development team, we're gonna work with this Repo Studio only. As you told, if you know this Repo Studio, nothing is that learn particularly in Query Studio and Analysis Studio. I can give comparison like, do you know Photoshop?
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah, that is a image authoring tool, professional
Yes.
image authoring tool. You can do color corrections, you can do morphing, you can do many things there, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Zoom.
Maybe I use it for creating the collage and all.
What is that?
For creating collage of different photos.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. You assume you are very good at Photoshop. Then, is there any need to learn Windows Paintbrush?
Okay, no. Oh yeah, I got it.
That much difference is there. If you are proficient at Repo Studio, no need to learn Query Studio, Analysis Studio particularly.
Okay.
Okay, Event Studio, this is event monitoring kind of thing. See, each month, every month end, if any salesperson crosses 2 lakhs revenue, then I want to send an appreciation mail. We can do with this Event Studio. Of course, most of the companies are not using this Event Studio. Okay, what I'm saying is, all these tools can produce queries automatically. But here question is, without knowing anything about our database, how these tools produce query? It is not possible.
Yes, right. So
Okay, you do you know Oracle sample tables employee and department?
yes.
Assume you don't know them.
Okay.
If I ask you to write a join between those two tables, without knowing the tables, even though you are very good at query writing, is it possible with you?
No,
Don't know
the
the
first thing which will come to my mind, like I need the table names.
Table names and column names and common
Yes,
column only there.
and the condition for joining them.
Yeah, that is common column. Okay,
Yes.
you need to know all those. Without knowing all those, even though you are very good at SQL, it is not possible. In the same way, for these tools also, it is not possible to write SQL without knowing the database. For that, here we have a Windows-based application framework manager. Basically, this is a metadata modeling tool. What we do is, in this framework manager, we import the tables from the DB, like employee department and or the join condition I need to give, and is there any predefined calculations, any predefined function, any predefined filters or the security mechanisms we need to follow. We'll specify everything here in the framework manager and create a package from here, publish the package, and use the published package as source for these reporting applications. Now, in form of that package, these tools knows about the database, and these tools can, from there onwards, these tools can produce queries automatically. I'll give you a rough example. Assume you as this reporting applications, me as this framework manager. In this framework manager, what I am doing is, I am writing everything about the employee table and department table on a paper. Employee table, it is having columns like employee number, employee name, salary, coming, blah blah blah. Department table, it is having columns like department number, location. If you want to join these two, use department number. This is the common column between these two tables. Like that, I am writing everything on a paper.
Yes.
Assume the paper is a package. If I give you the package, if I give you the paper, if you look into that paper, you can find everything about employee and department. From there onwards, you can write queries on your own, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, here I am explaining something wrong about employee table and department table. Just based on my explanation only, you are preparing queries here.
Yeah, so the
you
whole
prepare wrong
report will
query.
be wrong.
You prepare wrong query, and we are going to get wrong data. In this case, the problem is there with you or with me?
With you.
Yeah, with me only, with framework manager only. Why? Because I myself I am doing wrong here.
Yeah, so that is getting flowed in the downstream process.
Reports. Yep.
Yes.
So these studios, nothing is there. These are good enough to write the SQL based on the explanation what we provided here.
Okay.
If you provide wrong information here, obviously these tools prepares wrong queries.
Yes, right.
So orally, I can say this framework manager, this is a hard kind of thing. So we need to take much care while doing the models in the framework manager.
Okay.
And this is the transformer. It is a cube creation kind of tool. Actually, the transformer is a license itself is different and the course is also different. I'll give you overview in this course itself on this transformer, how to create a cube like that. Okay. How the project workflow is. First of all, we need to do framework manager modeling and then publish package. And by using that published packages, we're going to work with this Repo Studio. This is project workflow. But for learning, we are going to learn in a reverse way. First Repo Studio and then Framework Manager. Why like that? Why I am teaching in a reverse way? Why? Because this Framework Manager, this is a heart. If you do any changes here, definitely those changes will be reflecting in your reporting environment.
Yes.
If you know how this Repo Studio behaves while preparing the queries, then I can explain you in Framework Manager. See, I am changing something here. See how it is reflecting in the reporting. Like that I can give you the comparisons.
Okay.
If you are able to grasp the changes, first of all you need to know Repo Studio and then Framework Manager. But for working projects is, first of all you need to work with Framework Manager and then only Repo Studio. Okay. Our major focus here is in Repo Studio. Once we are done with this, we will move on to Framework Manager. Here also we are going to cover almost all features, most of the features here. This is also our focus area. And Cognos connections. Actually, this is administration part. Here in Cognos connections, yes, we are going to discuss features which are useful for a developer. Not only useful, more than that. But it is not adequate for admin position.
Okay.
Okay. Here I give you multiple topics which are useful for a developer. Not only that, we are going to cover more topics which are useful for a developer. And then Query Studio, Analysis Studio, these two together we can complete in 1 hour itself. We are not going to focus that much in Event Studio because you cannot expect to work on this. Till now, in my 6.5 years experience, till now I didn't get any chance to work on this. Not as much widely used tool this is.
Okay.
This is our agenda